How could he say that stuff to me, Chad?
Look, he was drunk. He probably doesn't even remember anything he said.
I don't care if he was in a coma. That's no excuse to give pot shots to me like that. Then he brings up Will. He thinks because Will's not here that I don't think about him? Every single day I think about Will. How much I miss him, how much I hated what happened between us. He never should have brought up his name. I don't care how drunk he was or how much he's hurting. And for that, I will never forgive him. Really you?
How did you fall so far?
I mean, does Lucas honestly believe that I would forget about Will? That I would ever forget about Will?
Of course not.
Even when I walked into this room, Chad, we stood by that window and we held each other's hands and we took vows to love each other until death do us part.
And you held up your end of the bargain.
I never stopped loving him. Even after we broke each other's hearts.
No one thinks that. Look. Do not let what Lucas said get to you, okay? He's in pain. He was looking for somebody to lash out at, that's it.
I guess it makes sense that it was me.
Yeah, why's that?
Because here I am, ranting and raving and outraged, but the truth is, he was right about one thing. I did abandon Will.
Abandon Will?
I left. I went to Paris. I was on another continent when he was murdered.
That's not your fault.
I should have stuck around. Instead, I just ran away.
I loved Will. He was one of my best friends, but we both know that he made a mistake.
Come on.
No,
Don't say that.
It's true. You two were married, and he slept with another. He slept with somebody else. You had every right to be upset.
Will needed me. And I needed him. And if I would have stayed and just worked on our marriage, like Will asked,
but don't do
then
that to
maybe
yourself.
he would still be here, Chad, and maybe we would still be together.
You don't know that.
Well, at the very least, if I hadn't left, Will wouldn't have died, thinking that I didn't love him. The whole time I was gone, I was thinking about Will. Missing him. Then I got his message. I listened to that thing so many times, I pretty much have it memorized. I love you so much, Sonny. And even if I don't get the chance to get back together with you, I have to make this right for you. I love you. I love you. I was gonna plan a trip home. I just wanted him to know just how much that message meant to me. And that I still love him. I just came home one day earlier, Chaz. Just one day
Sonny,
earlier.
Son, you have to forgive yourself. It's what Will would want, okay? He'd want you to be happy. He'd want you to fall in love again. And he definitely wouldn't want his father, of all people, to be the one that stands in the way of that.
If I could just talk to Will one more time, just to let him know that I forgive him and that I never stopped loving him.
He knows. Trust me, I'm sure he knows. Now, things don't always go as planned. right? And I know that I'm stating the obvious, but what I'm trying to say is, when that happens, you gotta come up with a new plan.
Don't answer me, Sonny. How come you suddenly don't want to talk to me about Will?
It's just not a comfortable topic for me. And I hope you can understand that.
Well, it's not comfortable for me either.
Why are you so determined to talk about Will? Like, I don't understand where this is coming from.
Come on, Sonny. I mean, you've been acting weird since this morning. At first, you wouldn't tell me about your bad dream that you had. And then when we were talking to Brady, you started talking about Will. Then all of a sudden, you just clammed up like it was a forbidden topic or
Because
something.
it was your bachelor party. What Will and I did, it's irrelevant.
Really? Because we're getting ready to fill out a questionnaire to make sure there are no red flags in our compatibility as partners.
Okay. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. What's one of the questions? Are there any habits of your future spouse that annoy you? You know what I hate? When you eat those red pistachios and you get your fingerprints over everything.
I hate it when you try to make a joke to avoid a tough subject. Look, Sonny, this is a conversation that we need to have, and I'm not going to marry you until we have it.
Look, this is supposed to be a really happy time for me. And I have Lucas giving me hell, Brady dealing with all this stuff with Titan. Do you know what he told me?
No, I'm not going to let you change the subject, okay? We're not talking about Lucas or Brady. We are talking about Will.
There is not... Paul, I'm sorry I was in a mood. Lucas really upset me, okay? But you need to know that doesn't change anything about how I feel about you or how excited I am to get married.
It's not going to work. I've known you for way too long. I know that you're keeping something from me.
Paul, it's not that I don't want to open up to you. I just don't want to hurt you. And I think that's what I'm about to do.
Sonny, look, you can tell me anything. You know that, right?
It's what Lucas said.
He was drunk.
No, there was something that he said that hit me very hard. He said I was forgetting about Will. And that is not true. Because I think about him. I think about him all the time, Paul.
Of course you think about him. I mean, you were married to him. You loved him. He was murdered.
But there's more, because last night, I had this dream. And it was real.
I thought you said you didn't remember your dream.
That's because I didn't want to tell you. I didn't know how to tell you. Because I dreamt that I was in our bed with Will. And he told me if I still loved him, that I wouldn't be marrying you. I know this is my guilty conscience talking. I don't mean to put this on you.
No, Sonny, this isn't something for you to deal with. This is something for us to deal with.
Are you sure about that?
How can you even ask?
Because if you were having thoughts like I've been having about a guy that you used to be in love with, and then you had a dream about that guy like I did last night.
What? Finish the sentence.
I honestly don't know how I would react. I don't know if I could handle it if this situation were reversed.
Well, I'm sure you'd be understanding. And, I mean, you know that you're the one that I love now. Because besides me having loved someone else deeply, having married someone else, at another time in my life, it didn't diminish the love that I have for you in any way.
Right. And hopefully, I would know that.
Sonny, I know how much you love Will. I don't feel threatened by that. I'm very secure in your love for me.
I'm glad.
What are you thinking now?
It's what you said earlier. You know how much I loved Will. But what's been bothering me so much... Did Will know?
Of course he did. You married him.
We just had so many problems. We had so many problems. I was judgmental. And I was so hard on him. Just all the time. Like, I don't even know if he realized just how strong my feelings were for him. That's despite everything that happened between us. And how disappointed and how hurt I was. I never wanted our life to be over. I never wanted our relationship to be over. We had a daughter together. You know, we weren't just a couple. We were a family.
Of course.
I just keep wondering if I would have just worked on our problems, if I wouldn't have ran away, would things be different?
Do you wish they were? Sonny, please. Answer me. Do you wish they were?
I do. Sorry.
Bobby. You're just being honest?
Yes, I am, okay? But when I wish that things are different, I want you to know that has nothing to do with how I feel about you. You know I love you. I just wish things were different because Will would still be here.
And the two of you would still be together.
Maybe... God, I hate this conversation.
No, I don't. I mean, this is important, okay, Sonny? Look, you lost someone that you loved, someone you married, you shared a daughter with. You lost them suddenly, tragically. It's, yeah, I know you still have a lot of complicated feelings about that. About him. And you've been living a long time with those feelings.
I really have. Okay, but right now, I don't know why. It just feels so unbearable.
Because you're about to make a commitment to me. Because there's a finality to that.
I guess that's why I just never expected to feel this way. Like, ever.
I don't find it to be a surprise. I mean, getting married, it's a big step that you took with Will. It's a step that I don't think you were ever planning on taking with anyone else.
You know, even after Will was gone, everyone would tell me, Sonny, Will would want you to be happy. Will would want you to find love in front of the most important people in our lives. And they all know. And you know that I have been in love before. And there's nothing you could say that I would ever want to hear.
How do you know that?
That's enough. Get him outside.
How do you know, Sonny?
Wait. There's something I gotta say to you.
Sonny, don't engage with him. There's nothing he can do to us now.
This man killed my husband. You took away my daughter's father. You're not gonna walk in here and ruin this day. Do you hear me? Not after all the damage that you've caused. You murdered Paige. You tortured Abigail, and you killed my husband. Do you know how much pain and suffering you caused? And we finally found a way to get over it. We finally found a way to move on. And that's what this wedding was supposed to be about.
Sonny, you need to listen to me, okay?
I gave you a job. I let you into my business, into my family, and you took the most important thing in my life.
Are you done? If you're done, I have something to tell you.
Just shut up! Shut up! Because of you, I never got a chance to work out my feelings with Will. I never got to tell him that I loved him as much as he loved me. Do you know what that feels like? I never got a chance to say goodbye. And I wonder every day, what would it have been like if I was here and I could have stopped you from murdering him?
Sonny,
would he still be here? Would we still be together?
These what ifs, man. It's pointless.
And what about my daughter? What about Will's daughter? He would read to her every night and talk about the adventures we were going to go on as a family. But that's gone now. You destroyed our family the moment you put that tie around Will's neck and you strangled the life out of him.
That's what I want to talk to you about.
You are a monster and you deserve to rot in prison for the rest of your life. I never want to see your face ever again. And there is nothing you could ever say to me that would undo the hurt and pain and loss of me and my daughter.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Look, I came here today to make amends. I know I can't make up for all my sins, man. But maybe I can fix the biggest one.
Let's get him out of here.
Son, please, hey, man, I got 3 words for you, son. Let's go.
Yeah, what are they? What are they?
He's alive. Will is alive. I swear.
Why would he say that Will is alive?
Just mind games, Doc. You know that.
He's trying to torture Sonny. He's trying to torture all of us.
I cannot believe that this is happening.
Could he be telling the truth?
No. No. Will is dead. I know that for a fact.
What the hell are you trying to do?
Tell you the truth, man. That's all. He was alive. He's alive as you and me.
You shut the hell up. You shut up. How dare you come here after what you did to Will? You've hurt him enough. You've hurt Sonny enough. You're sick. Sick.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Kate. But you of all people should be happy that your grandson's alive.
Easy, John.
It's over now. It's over.
Oh, is that him? Oh, there he is. Hey, Doc, you gonna drug me?
He wants the date band for transfer back to the hospital.
Fine, we'll do it outside.
No, we're not done yet.
Oh, we're done. But you're not going to Bayview. You're going down to the station.
That shouldn't he go back to the hospital?
He already escaped from that facility. I'm not taking any chances. Let's get him out of here.
Sonny, look at me. If you don't hear what I have to say, they're gonna bring me back there. They're gonna drug me, turn me into a drooling zombie, and you're gonna be left wondering. You're gonna be left wondering, Sonny, what if that crazy son of a bitch was right? What if my beloved Will is alive?
Should. I can't believe I let him talk. Giving an audience to a serial killer? And what was I thinking?
Yeah, well, that son of a bitch was right about one thing. Will's alive. Okay? In my heart, in your heart, in everyone's heart. He's here today. I promise you that.
I know.
And I remember the first time I ever set eyes on you.
Wait, I thought your name was Jackson. Well, it is. Yeah. Well, there's just so many Jacks in my class and in my family, so people just started calling me Sonny. My parents hated that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's nice to meet you.
He just looked at me. Just a look. One smile. Our first date. And our first kiss.
Yeah, they're pretty good seats, though. You know, right on the third baseline. Okay. It doesn't matter to me, really. I just love being in the park. I mean, she's right. I'm not good enough for you. Why don't you let me be the judge of that?
And it was in that moment, right there, I knew. I found him. That's my soulmate. That's the man that I am supposed to live my whole life with. I didn't think it was possible to love you anymore than I already did. Then Thomas was born. And I did.
Three tomatoes. Oh, that's my mom. I bet that's my mom. Well, it's your fault. They just can't get enough of you.
We have had our highs. Certainly had our lows. Even separated for just a little while. But you know what? Here we are. It's you and me. Our love drew us back together. It always has. And it always will.
I saw my dad earlier. And, he said that you said that I love you. I did say that. But I really regret that I told him and not you. Because I love you. I really love you.
Please, I hear you, all right?